Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the last video we have explain what is algorithm and how can we design an algorithm. We'll give another example of a problem in real life. Let's assume that we want to maybe find this is a problem. Let's say this is our problem. Find the maximum of three numbers. So you see, in this problem we can do so in real life, like in we can see as a analogy like this, that it is like we want to select the largest or tallest. Maybe let's say we want to select the tallest friends among your friends. So you see, it's similar like this in real life. So in programming also, sometimes we have to find the maximum about the element of arrays when we start talking about arrays. So how can we think and design this? First, let's say we want the step of the algorithm that we mean the design, because it said think first, call later. So if we apply our philosophy, we have to give first step how the design is. So don't forget, this is from the last example of algorithm. So let's say I do it like this, so that is for previous one. So here we are design. How can we design the step of the algorithm, right? So what did we do? We know first, what do we need? We need first to compare maybe the first two algorithms. Let's say the first two elements, the first two numbers that we have. Like I compare two of my friends, who is the tallest, right? Then after I get the largest one, sure, I will keep. I say, okay, this friend, now we have to keep the largest one. Like among my friend, who is the largest one? I get one of them, right? I know one of them. So after I get that one, of course I will compare. As we know, I need to compare the largest one, right, with the third friend who I have not compared yet, right? Then now I can say, okay, since I compare two of them, then I keep the largest one, I compare another one, then finally I find the result between them, right? So it's same idea in programming. So now let's move to our pseudocode. Here we design how the pseudocode will looks like. Okay, first we have the input. What will be our input, right? The input, we say, let's say you have friend 1, friend B, friend C. We can call them by A. Let's say friend 1 is A, the second friend is B, and third friend is C, or XYZ, right? Then what should be our output? As we can see here, C. Then our output is largest number among A, B, C. If among A, B, C, among my friend, if I want, I can give them a name as say max. I can give as max. So I can say the max and I comment this. So is our maximum that we want among the three friends, or among the three numbers, right? So what we say in this idea, we say that we just apply this. We say compare the first two one. So let's say we compare the B with the maximum that we want to have. That's mean I can say, okay, initially the maximum, I assume that the maximum number of the tallest of my friend is A. I assume this, right? I assume that is A. After that, so I take one friend. I say, okay, let's assume it's a big one. Then I compare that friend if with another friend, of course, if the maximum that I want. Now if the second friend is big, then the one I fixed in bigger than max. Then what we do, then we say okay, the maximum is b. Right, I have take one of my friend example, is just analogy. Okay, is assume that's the maximum. I take another friend, I compare. If I see that that friend is bigger than this, so I go, okay, I'm wrong. So now the maximum should be b, right? Then I can say again, if another one, the third reference is analogy again, is bigger than the max, then I say okay, finally the max is not even the second friend, now is the third friend. You see, so finally then we can easily have now the output. That means our maximum, we get it. So you see, this is a pseudocode, and anyone who read this one will understand what you are doing. From the analogy in real life, we assume that we want to compare three friends, right? So I will take one, compare with the other, then I keep this one, I compare again until get who is the tallest. So it's the same idea here. So let's say this one now, we want to write it in our Java code. How can we implement it? So I will just assume that now I want I will change the class name so that it go fast. This is from the previous class. So let's say maximum of 3. I just give any name. We'll come back later when start by talking about class. Now I just give a name. I want to find. I just even could maybe max 3 numbers. I call this, the class name is like this, in max 3 number. So of course I want some numbers. Either I can put the scanner and take next to get the number. I can also easily fix the number, want to compare it. So I can say scanner, enter a number. So enter the first number. The first number that maybe is A. Enter A. So A, I can say scanner next our A that you want. A scanner. This same thing, we can enter the third number. I can just copy it to go fast here. So I can have this. Now is B. Right. So then B double scan. Then now I can also say enter the third number that we have. Right. So enter this is the second one. Then this is the third number. Right. Then here is our C, as you can see here. Then finally, before we get the output, I will comment this one. This is how we comment it. It means you cannot read it. Then what now we can do? As you can see here, we just apply this the same way. We compare. We give a maximum one value. Okay, let's say our maximum, but to be simple, let's say is integer. I think is be the next. Okay, we can keep it, no problem. It's the same. So then the only things here, when you compare double, when is not sometimes floated, we will explain them later. So usually when you want to compare an integer and double, it will not be the same. We'll explain it more in other video, but is basically almost the same. So what we say the maximum we fix that is A, is our maximum is A, right? Then what we said is okay, we compare. If now our B for the second friend, for instance, is bigger than our maximum, the first friend that we assume that he is the biggest, the tallest, what to do? The same thing what we say here in the pseudocode. We give max is B. Max is B, as you can see here. Then what we say again, we translate this one again. If now this in the same way C is third friends in analogy is bigger than the maximum, as you can see here, then we say yes, our now is maximum is our third friends, as you can see here. Then now max is C. Okay, so this is exactly the same way we did in our. Then now we can easily say to print, we have finished now system out print the maximum. This we finish the maximum number among A, B, C is, we get our max. Okay, so you see, this is exactly how we do it. So now if you want, you can try to implement to compile it as we did last time. You can see it's easy way, but to compile we have to comment some numbers, or this one, because this is not part of Java code, so we can comment or just delete them. So the easiest way, let's just remove them, then I save it. And you remember we said that we have to go to Windows to find the command line. Here to our command to find the, so that we can go where we have the file. And you remember I told you we can find the file in two ways. So either you go this way, cd to go to our path, then cd java lab. Then now I think I can find the file inside. Let's check. If I cannot find it, it will let me know. But I think I need to remove the what is called the compile file, because in previous class, in previous video, we have already compiled it. So let's say I want to see, I remove the .class file from welcome, because the file is still welcome. Yes, you see. So okay, by the way, here there's no, it's rectangle here. So now we have the welcome. And you remember we said that here the class name should be the same. So here there's something, because we have welcome, we have max. I have to create another file in this way. So I will create new, then I give the same name as the class name, because we are not using an ID. Then I save it, as you can see. Then .java, as we said. Now I have max3.java. I save it. Now it's correct. Again, the class name should be the same name as the file name. Okay. So then now we compile our max to see if there is syntax error or no, as in last time we said. Okay. So you see here they say syntax error. So here let's check what you forget. Okay, and you see what is important. Why we say to use the command line, we have to see the line. Which line he say? He say to line maximum file.java line 31. Let's go check line 31. So you see it's here, we forget the comma. You see, in this way you can easily learn, and if it is an ID, he will show you that where there's error. But here we see he said that we forget this symbol to put inside. Then now you have to save. Again, we compile java c, then the name of the class to see again. Again, we have one error. What he say? He say here the maximum value, variable maximum, is not, cannot find symbol the maximum. So here this maximum also he don't know it. Why? Because you have not declared which the type of the maximum. So you see, in the pseudocode max, we have to give the type. This is max, double max, we forget to give the types. So you see, in this way you are learning, and you know also how to read some errors and how to debug. So let's try again to see which error he will show us. See, now no error. That's mean, let's zoom it. That's mean, you see, as you can see here, when I zoom it, we don't have any syntax error. You see, that is okay. Now let's type our Java to see if now the running is, we compile by Java C, now we run by the command Java. So you see, enter a number. Let's assume I enter just 15. Then another one, let's say I add 20. Then another one, I add maybe 9. So 9 among, if the logic is okay, we should have 20, as you can see easily this one. So let's see if the logic is okay and if we can get 20. You see, the maximum among A, B, C, D is 20, which is correct. So this example shows exactly how we design from a real problem. We do the pseudocode and we get the Java code. So there's many examples of like this. Assume that again you want to cook an omelette. There's a process to do the omelette. We can design the omelette problem or cooking problem from the algorithm to pseudocode to the Java code. So thank you for your time, and don't forget to like and share and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos and more problem. So that is the end of this video. Thanks you again. In the next video we try to talk about the input and output, so where we'll also explain what is exactly the variable, because before input output we have to explain variable. Like just now, as you realize, when we forget to add the double, he said that he don't know what is max, because in Java, in any step, any variable you use, you have to declare it. So here in the next video we'll explain some variable and also input in a clear way. Always don't forget, again, we'll give some real problem and analogy, then we design it. Thank you again. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to like the video. This is the only way you can support me. Thank you again.